My name is Rick Burke. I'm 63 years of age. I'm still working, have a automotive consulting job, live in Mesa, Arizona, have a wife and 6 children and 16 grandchildren. So stay very busy, have a great family, great personal life, love to camp, love to hunt, love to fish, spend as much time in the outdoors as I can. My father is 84 and he's still farming, and I help him farm all summer long. My primary care doctor, we had gone in for, I was having urination problems, enlarged prostate, high level PSA. He referred me to Dr. Raul Meehan, and I came in and met with him in October of 2016, and right from the very beginning, everybody that I worked with has been fantastic, but made me feel really comfortable. Sit down and talked pros and cons, benefits, and negatives of all the different treatment options. Explained to me with my particular situation, even when we did the biopsy and that I definitely had cancer, that this isn't an end. This is a, there are all kinds of things we can do, and let's just sit back, monitor this thing, see what your options are. Let's don't rush to judgment. And that was great because it gave me a chance to really evaluate for me and with my wife and family what I wanted to do. My biggest obstacle to all this was my daughters. They wanted me to get it taken care of right now. And I kept saying, no, I don't feel good about that. We're going to see what our options are and see how it moves forward. So coming here, we started a 90-day monitoring program right from the beginning, and came in every 90 days moving forward, whether it was MRI or another PSA test or different things, just to get a better picture of where I was. I did have some infection in my prostate, had to have some antibiotics to shrink it, to get it where it could be and size it needed to be for a HIFU treatment. And then when he called and told me that things had been falling together, that there was someone that was going to come here in the state of Arizona and that I could do the HIFU right here in the state, it just felt like everything was just falling in place like it needed to be. The doctor contacted me regarding a date. It was January 20th of 2018 is when we scheduled the procedure. Diet restrictions, had to pretty well go on a liquid diet the night before. Next morning had to take some enema to finish cleaning things out. None of that was uncomfortable or bad. Arrived at the surgery center that morning, a little after 7 o'clock. The staff was amazing. I had 2 nurses assigned to me that were fun, and we joked and teased a little bit, made me totally relaxed. The anesthesiologist, I remember him coming in and going over things with me and then asking, you want some anxiety meds? And I says, no, I think I'm feeling good. I'm doing fine. He says, you know, if you were my dad, I'd recommend that to you. And I said, all right, I'll take your recommendation. That's the last thing I remember. I don't remember anything after that. 3 hours later, I'm being driven home, and I can remember the ride home. I'm feeling fine, just a little groggy. I arrive home. My wife goes to the pharmacy to get medications, and I just laid down, just still feeling a little groggy. About an hour later, I get up. My house is full of many of my children, and I am feeling perfectly fine. I never took any pain meds, never had to. I sat up and visited with them most of the afternoon. We got dinner, set way into the evening. This all occurred on a Saturday. The next day on Sunday, I got up and went to church. I even had to speak in church, and I did. Felt totally comfortable doing so in every way possible. And on Monday, I was back at work. I've not had any complications or any problems. I haven't had any need to take any pain meds. The friend that I came home with from this procedure was a catheter. And the following Thursday, I got the catheter removed, and that was a happy time. I'm not a fan of catheters, but I understand why it needed to be there for the swelling, and don't want to close off anything with urethra. But other than that, I've been just doing very, very well, and even today, just feeling great. Yeah, so as I said a minute ago, with being back to work on Monday, every day I've been having a very busy, regular schedule, whether it's family or work or whatever it is, and I have not slowed down at all. I had an instance almost 2 weeks after this to speak to a gentleman who had just been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and when I told him of my experience, he said, "Well, how long ago did you have this done?" And I said, "Oh, just in the last 2 weeks." And he was totally shocked because I was out and about. I was on a hike, actually. I take kids rappelling, and I was up on a mountain taking a group of young men and young kids rappelling off a cliff, and he was just totally shocked by that. I have not slowed down at all. Last Monday, I came in for my 90-day follow-up visit. I had gone in to the lab and had a PSA test done prior to the visit, and I thought the doctor, when he walked through the door, he had such a big grin on his face. I thought he was going to start dancing a jig. He was just elated by the results. My PSA numbers were just amazing, 0.1, and it just took this great relief off my shoulders, and I have been giddy myself. Had numerous occasions to talk to other men and women, wives of husbands who've been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and they're kind of at the stages I was back in 2016 of, wow, what are my options? And they tell me what the doctors have recommended to them, and I come out totally as an advocate for HIFU. I tell them that is definitely the best way to go, that HIFU, from my own experience, I tell them specifically about what happened with me having the procedure, about being up the next day, going to church, and back at work on Monday, that I've not had any difficulties or any problems. And I said the best thing that I like is maintaining functionality. I'm able to go to the bathroom okay. I'm able to do those kind of things that I know other options don't work so well. So I've really encouraged them, and I've even given my doctor's name and told him to give this guy a call.